So, first of all, let me take this chance to welcome each and every one of you into our meeting today. I want to take this chance to welcome you into our mega morning call. My name is Silole Joseph, for those who don't know me yet. I am already a gold executive in the business, and I'm ranked as a top 10 highest paid partner of Alliance in Motion Global here in the country. Um, Today, I'm going to talk to you about a very important topic that is very important to our business. So let me start by giving a short story of who I am. I began this business about 4 or 5 years ago. And when I began the business, I was a first year student in the university. And at the same time, I was a hustling student. So I was selling second-hand clothes for a living. This business was brought to me as a miracle with my own blood brother, who was actually invited to take a look at the opportunity. And when he came back, he wanted to consult me if this business was a good thing for him to join. And when I was invited to take a look at the business at our offices, something amazing happened. This business, I understood it, and I knew the term leverage was the important thing with our business. So after understanding the term leverage, I knew that the most important thing in the world is not money, if that money cannot buy you freedom. So the most important thing in the planet is freedom, and freedom is simply you having an ability to be where you want to be, with who you want to be, how long you want to be, and to choose whoever you want to be. Because right now, some of you are living with your bosses and you don't love them, but you don't have a choice. It means you don't have freedom. Some of you are trapped into a certain job where you have to wake up this time and you have to finish this time. You can't choose because you don't have freedom. And freedom is exactly what we are fighting for when you are in this business. So if you are in this business and you don't know exactly what you are looking for, I want you to start looking for freedom. And freedom will only come if you have an ability to build an amazing business, you have an ability to build other people who will eventually build your business. So if you can build people, if you can create success in your business and build other successful people, then you can buy yourself some freedom. So I began the business. First year was my learning year. I really learned a lot that year, and I didn't collect any money that year. That's what I say, because that was my year of paying my dues. So I paid my dues in my first year, and second year came with good blessings, third year, fourth year, and today I'm already a car achiever. I'm already paid multiple six-figure income, and at an age of 24, I just turned 24. I really love my lifestyle, and I can live a luxurious lifestyle at the moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take you through a topic that is called grit. A topic that is called grit, and Victor, you'll confirm to me if my screen is going to be visible. If my screen is going to be visible in a minute. So, Victor, is my screen
Yes,
visible on your?
yes, yes, it's visible. It's visible. Very
Okay,
clear. Very clear,
okay,
very clear, very clear.
okay. Thank you so much. So, I want to begin right away, and today I'm going to talk about a topic that is called grit. So, what is grit? I'm going to talk to you what grit is. I'm going to talk to you how you can develop grit in your business and how you can use this term grit to become successful and build an amazing opportunity and amazing business for yourself. So, let me start by talking to you about a quadrant that Robert Kiyosaki has talked about in a very long time. And this is not the cash flow quadrant, the normal one that you think. So it's a quadrant, and it's called the quadrant of the people. And on the first side of the quadrant, we have a group that is called the right. We have a group that is called the right. The other side of the quadrant, we have a group that is called the comfortable. That is now the left side of the quadrant. And the rest of the quadrant, we have the liked, and the other side of the quadrant, we have the win. Which kind of people are these? So let me talk to you about the right people. The right people, these are people who always know everything. These are people who they believe that they know everything and they don't need to learn anything else, because anytime you talk to them, they have something to say about a certain topic. Let me give you an example. If you talk about football, they have something to say about it, and whenever you bring up that kind of topic, they make all of you shut your mouth because they are the ones who are talking. If you talk about rugby, they have something to say about it. If you talk about boxing, they have something to say about boxing. If you talk about anything, they have something to say. If you go to politics, they already have something to say. And these are people who are not always willing to learn. They're not always willing to learn. They cannot learn. And whenever you try to correct them, even if they're in a mistake, they never accept consciously that they are in a mistake. These are the right people. And some of you know these people. You sit down with them, you start presenting the business, and all of a sudden, they already know. All of a sudden, they already know how much money is left, right. They pretend they already know. They pretend they already have seen this opportunity before. You understand? And these are people who will stay they will stay in their current situation, or even their current situation will be outdated and in a very short period of time. Because the moment you cannot relearn, you cannot unlearn the things that you already know, it means that your life will never improve. I want to say this, that life is changing over time. What you knew yesterday is never going to help you today if you don't update. Remember this, even your phone is updating itself every single time. Every single time they're telling you they're having a system update, they're telling you they have a software update. How about your brain? How about your mind? Does your mind have a software update? Because if you knew better, you would do better. Most people are not willing to learn. Most people are on the right side of the corner. They're already right. Just because you went to the university and you got a degree, just because you have a master's, just because you have a job that's paying you maybe 80, 100,000, that doesn't mean you're anything. That doesn't mean that there is no space for learning, because the biggest room that is there in the whole planet is called the room for improvement. This is the biggest room that has ever existed. It's called the room for improvement. You can always improve and you can always get better. And the goal for a human to live in this world is to exploit your highest, truest potential. The goal for you to live is to exploit your highest, truest potential. If you don't exploit your highest, truest potential, then you cannot live, you cannot say you lived a life. We cannot celebrate you for living a life because you did not express who you actually would have become, because you refused to learn. So take your time, learn, always be willing to listen. That's why you were given 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that you can use your ears mostly and you can make use of your mouth. When your ears are not listening, then you can use it, because there's nothing that you learn from you talking. When you talk, you learn nothing, but when you listen, you can really learn a lot. So let me teach you something today. Anytime a person is speaking, anytime a person is talking, try to see what sense this person is making. Try to see what this person's message is trying to get into your brain. You understand? But then I want to warn you against learning. You have to have selected consumption of the information you want to get, because there's not all the information that you accept into your brain. So I want you to see, and how you select the information you want to go into your brain is simply where you want to get. Who do you want to be? Let me give you an example. If you want to become a Christian and go to heaven, you're not going to listen to a person who is an atheist and the person who says that Jesus never existed, there is nobody called God. You're not going to listen to that kind of a person. Simply because Silole said you go learn doesn't mean that you go listen to everything that is exposed to you. What I'm trying to tell you is the kind of information you consume is going to be determined by exactly what you want. If you want to buy a Mercedes-Benz, you're not going to listen to a Toyota driver. You're going to listen to a Mercedes-Benz driver. If you want to buy a Rolls-Royce, you're going to listen to somebody who owns such a Rolls-Royce. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So if you want to buy a nice car and you're listening to a person who is actually telling you it has high fuel consumption, it breaks down oftenly, it does this, then you're going to lose your dream. Some of you want to build a successful business in network marketing, but look at the videos that you guys watch. Look at the kind of content that you guys watch on YouTube. You're watching people telling you that your business is a scam and you're listening to them. You're watching content that doesn't build you. So have a selected consumption of information. Just the same way that you select food. You say, I can't consume this because I can get allergy. I can't consume this because it will make me fat. I can't consume this because it won't make me healthy. That is the same way you should have a selection consumption of information. Now, that is the right, and the right never make it out of this world. Then comfortable. Who are the comfortable? The comfortable, these are people who you can never take them out of their comfort zone. I was talking to some of my leaders a few days ago, and I was telling them that there are some people in this world that are already okay with the kind of life that they are living. As far as these are people who, as far as they have a roof over their head, they have something in their stomach, they have a clothing on their body, you understand? They don't want anything above from that. They just on their comfort. They are on their comfort zone and they will never, never move out. Do you know someone who has lived in the same rental house, the same one bedroom for over 15 years, for over 20 years? For me, I know such kind of people. They are in their comfort zone. They are comfortable. They don't want to be taken out of their comfort. If you try to take them out of their comfort, telling them you can buy a dream car, you're trying to explain to them how they can own a Mercedes Benz, how they can own a Rolls Royce, how they can travel in different countries every single year, they are going to be your enemy if you try to take them out of that. And some of you meet these people when you're prospecting. Some of you meet these people when you are even in your team. You have this kind of downlines who are just comfortable as far as they have made 20,000. As far as they are just attending meetings, they don't prospect anybody. They are not going to build any business. They are just going to be there, and that will be it. That will be it. So these are the comfortable people. They're not thinking, how can I become a global ambassador? They're not thinking of how can I become the top earner in the company? How can I become top one? How can I become top 10? How can I become top one highest paid in the whole country, in the whole of Africa? They don't think that way. These are people who are comfortable. And there are a lot of them in the world. In fact, most people are comfortable. Most people, as far as they have clothing, as far as they have a roof over their head, they are not thinking about anything else. And these are people who don't have any kind of dream. And if they're not dreaming about anything, as far as they're living, as far as they can eat, as far as they have clothing, nothing is bothering them in any way. Then we have a different kind of people that are called liked. These are people who want to please everybody. These are kind of people who want to consult the whole village about this person they want to get married to. They want to consult the whole village about this car they want to buy. They want to consult the whole village about this business they want to start. These are the liked. The liked people, these are people who want to please the whole village. They want to please their parents, they want to please their children, they want to please the strange, they want even to please people who don't like them. These people end up even buying things, not because they need those things, because they want to please other people. These are people who end up having their lives so miserable because they want to please somebody. They end up moving into a different kind of life. They end up compromising their standards. They end up compromising their lifestyle. They end up compromising what their their virtues are. They move out of their virtues. They consume alcohol. They consume these things not because they love them, because they want to please a friend. Because my friends are going out and I have to go out with them, and because they are doing this, because they won't like me, they won't call me to the these kind of people who are called like they want to please everybody. The last part of the quadrant, these are people who are called the win. Who are the win? These are people who care about one thing. They care about winning. As far as that they're winning, they don't care about anything else. They don't care even if they are going to lose people along the way, even if they're going to lose friendship along the way, even if they're going to lose relationships along the way. They don't care about that. All they care is that they are winning. That they are winning and their goal is being achieved. They don't care who likes them. They don't care what they have to do. They don't care what kind of path they have to follow. They don't care what they have to change. They don't care what time they have to wake up. They don't care what they have to buy. They don't care what path they have to take. As far as that they are winning, that is the only thing they care about. And for me and the entire of my group, I'm in the winning side. I can never be the right. I can never be the liked. I can never be the comfortable. I will always be the win. Even if I want to be your friend, I don't care. What I care is if I'm winning. What I care is I'm having the best of what I want. I'm having, I'm living my dream life. That's exactly what I care about. And I'll never be stopped. I'm unstoppable. I cannot be stopped by anything. I cannot be stopped by any kind of friendship. I cannot be stopped by any kind of relationship. I cannot be stopped by any kind of downline who wants to do this, wants to drag me behind. I will surely walk away and I will care about one thing as far as I'm winning. So I want you to make a decision that you won't be comfortable. You won't be that person who wants entertainment, who you want comfort, who you're looking for, things that make you happy. You just want to be happy. I don't care if I'm happy or not. As far as I'm winning, that's exactly what I care about, because this world is very cruel. If you're not winning, nobody's going to care about you. Let me tell you this. The only people who care about you is when you're having value to them and when you are winning. In fact, most people are going to value you according to how much you're going to win. So you have one option, win or win. If you don't win, nobody cares. So nobody cares if you're not winning. Nobody cares if you're not winning, nobody cares. And I want to tell you that, and I want that to get to your head right now. If you're not winning, nobody cares. not even your upline. He doesn't care if you're not winning. But that time that they see you winning, now they will start caring about you. Now they will start seeing that you are now of value. So be of value and start winning immediately. Now, some of the points that you need to take care of, that our business is a marathon. Our business is a marathon, is not a sprint. What do I mean by saying that our business is a marathon and it's not a sprint? Our business is not 100 meters where you are running within seconds and you make millions and you move away. No, our business is a long-term winning. It's something that you're going to win in the long term. Fight for freedom won't take you a few years, won't take you just a month or two. It's going to take you years. It's going to take you decades. In fact, it's going to take you decades and generations for you to fight this war of freedom. So it's a marathon. So stop wearing yourself out, prospecting 500 people a day. No, it doesn't work like that, but it works on a daily basis. What's the difference between a marathon and a sprint? A sprint is where you are running to finish the 100 meters within a few seconds. So it matters with your speed. And a marathon, yes, speed matters, but what matters is you taking step after the next step after the next step. If you start very fast, you'll surely get tired within the next few meters and you won't be able to continue. But you want to conserve your energy. You want to conserve your energy for the next week, for the next 90 days, you understand? For the next day. So it's a marathon. A marathon, it means that you need to take a step at a time, a step at a time, a step at a time, learn a skill at a time, prospect 10 people at a time, 20 people at a time, do a presentation at a time. You understand? Learn a skill at a time, mentor someone at a time. That is what is called a marathon. So what is the difference between, what difference brings in when it comes to marathon is the size of your step. Some people can have a bigger step, some others can take a smaller step. We will all finish the marathon, but some of us are going to finish the marathon before others because we are taking a bigger step. It means that you're not wasting any time. And if it's learning a skill, you are learning that skill immediately and you're moving faster into the next skill. If you're prospecting one person, you're prospecting this person immediately, and immediately we're moving to the next person. So we are moving step at a step, but we are moving, we're taking those steps, longer steps at a time, and you're not wasting any time. You're not resting at any point. We're taking that step. After the step, we're taking the next step. We're not hesitating to take the next step. But some of you take a step and you stop. Then you wait for some time, then you take another step and you stop. Then you wait for some time and take another step and you stop. It doesn't work like that. It's a marathon, yes, it's not a sprint, but that doesn't mean that speed doesn't matter. Speed matters, and the speed matters with what size of step are you taking in each step. Are you fast in taking your step? Are you fast in taking advantage of the opportunities that you get? Are you fast in presenting the business to that person? That's exactly what is called a marathon. So you ensure that you're winning long term, because some of you are even going to compromise your virtues because you want to win. You're going to take somebody guest and you're going to sponsor them. Somebody did not present to, somebody did not invite, somebody did not do anything, simply because you want to win, simply because you want to become, you want to make that check, simply because you want to make the 6,000, because you want to make the, the 1,800, or you want to make the 4,800. But let me ask you this, what is going to be the effect of that in 10 years? What's going to be the effect of that in 5 years? That won't work with you. You understand? So it's a marathon, and ensure that you're winning in the marathon. The other point that you should know, that it is my business. This is 100% your business. Some of you think simply because your upline or your grand upline will benefit by you sponsoring that person, it's their business. Let me tell you this, even if you don't sponsor anybody, your upline is going to sponsor another person and they're still going to make money. Some people, I get very honest with them and I tell them, when you join the business, Silolo is already making money. So what do you think will stop him from making more money if you stop doing the business right now? Nothing, absolutely. But you will have lost an opportunity of your life. You'll have lost an opportunity. There's somebody who one day he sent me a message and he told me that he's not going to join my team. Do you know what I told them? I told them, I'm not sorry, because you have lost the biggest opportunity in your life. You have lost the opportunity to be the best mentor in the whole planet, You have lost an opportunity to build a business with the best person. You have lost an opportunity to build a business with a very visionary person. You have lost an opportunity to build an amazing business. You have lost that opportunity because it's not about me, it's about them. You understand? So I want you to do the business like it's your own business. I want you to build the business like it's your own business, not your upline's business, not anybody else's business. Whenever you take care of your business like it's your own business, it means that you have the whole power and the whole control over the business. And so that means that you are on the driver's seat and you can take the business wherever you want it to go. You understand what I'm talking about? I hope you're with me. I hope you can read me right now. So it is your business 100%. So take care of the business as if it is your business. Take care of the business like it is your business because it is 100% your business. 100% your business. What your upline is there as a resource. Your upline is there as a tool to help you in building your own organization. Because what matters is what happens below your team, is what matters below you. What matters above you doesn't matter. Even if your upline does anything, that doesn't matter to you. What matters is what happens below your organization, what happens below you and below your team. That's exactly what matters. So it is your business, and take care, to have full responsibility of your business. Success over distractions. These two things are contrary to each other. They're the opposite of the other. Success cannot come if you're distracted, and there's a lot of distraction. This world is a very noisy market, and there's a lot of distractions in this world. There's this person who wants you to go to this team. There's this person who wants you to go to this other company. There's this person who wants you to stop building a business and go get married and have these, you have a lot of distractions that is around you. But you are the one to make a decision. What kind of distractions are you going to allow? And what kind of focus are you going to have? Are you going to focus on success, or are you going to focus on distractions? What you can do with these distractions is you can suffocate all the distractions and you can feed your focus. Just feed your focus on the success that you want, and suffocate all the distractions. Suffocate the noise that is there in the marketplace. Suffocate all that noise and focus on the success that you want to get to. Okay, so success over distractions. So grit, the definition of grit is the ability to keep working towards a goal, overcoming challenges and sticking with it even when it is hard. Grit is simply working towards a goal, overcoming challenges and sticking with it even when it is hard. Even if things are getting hard, you can still stick to that goal. You can still keep working on that goal. You can still keep overcoming those challenges and eventually hit that goal, even if things are not moving the way you want them to. That's exactly what is called grit. Grit is simply internal toughness. Internal toughness is what grit is. So grit is internal toughness. So the question is, do you have internal toughness? When a prospect says no to you, how you react simply means if you have internal toughness or not. If this person in your organization, who you really believed with, who you said this guy is going to be a multi-millionaire, quits the business immediately, what happens to you is exactly what is called grit. If it affects you in a big time, if it affects you in a very big way, it means that your internal toughness your grit is very low. So you keep working towards a goal, even if there are challenges, even if it is very hard to stick around, even if it's very hard for you to continue, you still keep on moving. That's exactly what is called grit. And the real definition for grit is simply internal toughness. So you don't have to be a genius to build this business. That is another truth about the business. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to know how to speak these big languages like English. You don't know how to, you don't need to. In fact, that's the bare minimum. You can present the business with your mother tongue and you can still build a team. Can you imagine how many people are from your tribe? So many of them. So if you keep presenting to as many people in Luo, you can get 2 or 3 Luos who understand English, and these 2 or 3, they can help you build a team in England. They can help you build a team in the English-speaking countries like our country. I hope you guys understand what I'm actually talking about. The good thing about our business is you don't have to be a genius, because you can sponsor genius, because you can have genius in your team. So you don't have to be a genius for you to build a business. You don't have to have a natural talent. For you to build a business is not natural talent. There's nobody who was born with a talent called network marketing. My talent is a network marketer. That's not a talent. It's something we learned. And the biggest discovery for this century is that every skill is learnable. You can learn every single skill that is there in this planet. If you give that skill a time, if you give that skill time and focus and you give that skill some attention, you can learn that skill. You don't know how to drive a car. Driving a car is not a talent. It's not a talent. You can go to a driving school and you can learn how to drive the car. You don't know how to play football. You don't know how to play chess. You can go and learn. That's a good thing about it, that you can learn. So it's not natural talent. You can learn. Over time, it doesn't matter. The difference is it can take me 2 years to learn, and it can take another person 5 years to learn, and it can take another person 1 year or less even to learn. But the good thing is time is always our what do we call it? Time is always our healer. We heal through time and we become better through time. And we all have time. We all have time. We all can take advantage of time. So over time, you can go on and you can become successful. It can be learned. The skill can be learned. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to have natural talent, because every single skill can be learned. You don't know how to prospect, you can learn it. You don't know how to present, you can learn it. You don't know how to build a team in Zambia, to build a team in any country, you can learn it. You can learn how to do it. As far as you believe, you can learn how to do it. I was listening to a certain guy yesterday. I think this guy was on TikTok and he was talking about beliefs and faith, and he was talking about witchcraft. And it's a topic that scares most people. And he was saying that, you see, these people called witches, they understand that as far as you're having faith in something, as far as you're having some belief in something, it is likely to happen. So all what they do, number one, is they speak. There is words that witches speak. And those words are simply their beliefs. For example, the words you speak to yourself, I am poor, I am broke. Exactly. That's why you're broke. That's why you're poor, because you're speaking those words. And that's your belief. And those words can simply say whatever you're believing right now. You understand what I'm talking about? So this world and your life is being controlled by the beliefs and the faith that you have. The meaning that you put into something. Is the meaning that you put into something that determines the kind of a person you're going to become. Now, let me talk about the G. The G in the grit, what does it actually mean? In grit, G means give it your all. Give it your all. Guys, stop being 50-50. Stop being 50-50. Stop being you're in business, you're not. Just make a damn decision to build a business. Just make a decision that you're either going to do it or not. Is it a yes or no? Because how long are you going to stay on the fence? How long are you going to stay on the fence? How long are you going to be, I'm quitting today. Tomorrow, let me just do. The other day, I'm quitting. The other day, I'm tired. The other day, how long are you going to be on the fence? Why can't you just make a decision and decide, I am going to do whatever it takes? If it takes me walking on broken glasses to succeed, I am going to do it. Let me tell you this. Nobody ever died of hard work. Sijui kama ushaiona mazishi ya mtu mwenye alikufa na hard work. What happened to him? He worked hard and he died. Have you ever gone to such kind of a burial? No. Hard work has never killed anybody. And why can't you just make a decision? Once and for all, you're going to fight for your freedom. Once and for all, you're going to live your best life. Because soon, time will go. Soon time will it will never come back. And the things that you wanted to do at the age that you wanted to do, you're never going to have a chance to do them. You need to travel. You want to do, soon you'll be 70, 80, 90 years. You won't be able to travel anymore. Why can't you just give it your all? Why can't you just decide, my job is simply to build a team? Where do I get a team? I do presentation to 50 people, I get 5 signups or 2 signups. For me to get 20 signups, I have to do 500 presentations. And these 500 presentations, I'm going to do them over a period of 90 days. So every day I will do 10, every day I will do 20, every day I will do 30. You're not going to die from it. You're not going to die. Do them. You do them and see. In fact, you'll become more powerful. In fact, you'll discover something so huge about yourself. Okay? Good. The R in the grid, what does it mean? It means redo if necessary. If you did something bad, doing it again is not an offense. Doing it again is not something bad. Redo it if necessary. If it's necessary for you to redo it again, redo. There is no problem about it. Because it is through the failures and the failures and the failures that you get it right. If you fail 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, or 10 times, this simply means you are exhausting the things that don't work, and you'll eventually arrive to the right answer. You'll eventually arrive to what actually works. So if it's necessary for you to redo, kindly redo it. If it's necessary for you to restart again, kindly restart. Even your phone sometimes hangs and you have to restart it. So if you have to redo, redo. The I in the grid, ignore giving up. Everybody feels like giving up at any point. So I don't want you to think that the moment that you buy that car, the moment that you buy that, you become global ambassador, or the moment that you finally maybe become the top one highest paid, you won't feel like giving up. You will give up. You'll feel like giving up. Everybody feels like giving up. In every stage, you feel like giving up. Even somebody is making 200 or 300 or 500,000, sometimes they feel like giving up. I can tell you that for sure. So it is always a feeling. And what does a feeling do to you? You ignore the feeling. Just ignore the feeling. Ignore giving up. Because what will happen if you give up? Number one, you'll never discover who you would have become. If you give up, you'll never have discovered who you would have become. If you give up, there's a guarantee that you're never going to succeed. That is a guarantee. You're never going to succeed. But if you keep going, you have a chance. If you keep going, you might succeed. And you might become the person that you've always wanted to become. So ignore giving up. The T in the grid means take time to do it right. Everything that is good in the planet, everything that looks good, that feels good, and it is good, it takes time to build that thing. It takes time. It takes time. So take time to do something. Take time to do something right. Take time to do it. Okay? Take time to master that skill. Take time to become better. Take time to become better at the presentation. Take time to become better at any skill that you want to become better at. Okay? So have an interest in building your business. Some of you lose interest. Some of you get to a place where you're not interested anymore. The paradox of grit is that you must have an interest. You must develop an interest in the things that you want to do. You must develop an interest in becoming a global ambassador. You must develop an interest in becoming a top earner. You must develop an interest in doing the things that you want to do. And that interest will drive you to do the things that you want to do, even if it doesn't feel like it's okay, even if you don't feel like doing those things. So you must develop an interest in those things. You can never buy a Rolls Royce if you don't have an interest in the Rolls Royce. You can never go to you'll not go to South Africa this year if you don't have an interest in going to South Africa. You're never going to take any trip if you don't have an interest. But if you have an interest, then you'll find ways. If you have an interest, then you will send a vibration to the universe that you want this thing. So you have to develop an interest. Nothing about the paragon of grit is practice. We say practice makes. Practice makes. Practice makes improvement. If you practice, practice will improve. Yes, you can never be perfect, but you will improve. Practice doesn't make perfect, it makes improvement. So if you practice again, you will improve over time. You will improve over time because the biggest room that we have is for improvement. So you can never be at a place where you've improved to your highest ability. No, you just keep improving. So practice. You will eventually improve. Okay? So practice. If you do one presentation today, I know you will be lousy at it. I know you will, you won't be the best. It won't be the best. Accept it. But do it again tomorrow. Do it again the next day. Do it again the other day, and you'll eventually get there. Another paragon of grit is purpose. You must develop purpose. What is the reason why you're doing the business? What is your biggest why? Why are you here in this? Why are you here this early morning? Do you have a strong reason why you are here at this point? Why you are here at this time? Why you are doing what you are doing? You must attach this reason to a bigger purpose. You must attach this reason to a bigger goal, to a bigger why. So have a bigger why. Have your why so strong that whenever you think about it, it takes your breath away. So let me tell you this, that your why must be big enough such that even if you have millions and millions of dollars in your account, you still come and do the business. You will still continue building the business because your why is bigger. For example, you can have a why of creating 10,000 multi-millionaires. 10,000 multi-millionaires is not an easy job. To create 10,000 multi-millionaires is not an easy job. That's a bigger purpose. So even if you have millions yourself, but you have not yet created 10,000 millionaires, you won't stop building the business until you have 10,000 multi-millionaires, until you have 1,000, 2,000, or 5,000 multi-millionaires. Maybe that's your purpose. You understand? So have a strong why. Have a why that that takes your breath away. Another paragon of grit is hope. We all live by hope. We all hope. We all live by hope that one day things will get better. Especially if you begin a business, all what you have is hope that one day you'll become a top earner, that one day you'll be like your top uplines, that one day you'll drive that car, that one day you will eventually become a global ambassador. We all live by hope. And hope is simply having an anticipation of something good is going to happen. Expect it. So have that expectation. If you don't have that expectation, I want you to know that there is no possibility that is going to happen. So have hope. Hope that things will get better. Okay? So what's the measurement of grit? The grit measurement is, number one, there's a new idea or what others are doing, sometimes distractive from your previous ones. If a new idea distracts you from your previous things, then it means that you don't have that internal toughness. So don't be a person of the new idea. Don't be a person of the new thing that's coming up. No, learn the skill. So you know exactly what you want to learn. You know exactly what you want to do. Just master it and don't be distracted. So that new idea, don't let it distract you from the previous idea that you have. You understand? Exactly. Number two, do setbacks discourage you or do you give up easily? Do setbacks discourage you? What happens if somebody who you really trusted in your business, they finally quit and they leave the groups and they abuse you in your inbox and and you knew that you already have a left and a right and they are doing well? What happens? Do you give up easily? Does it discourage you? So develop internal toughness that doesn't discourage you, and in fact, you turn that into fuel to keep moving. Do you often set a goal but later choose to pursue a different one? Do you set a goal to buy a Mercedes-Benz, then later choose to pursue a Mazda Demio, choose to pursue a Toyota Fielder? Is that who you are? So if you set a goal, then you later pursue a different goal that is smaller than the one that you wanted to pursue, then it means that your internal toughness is ruined, that you don't have enough grit. So you have to measure your grit, that if you set a goal, you're actually going to make a decision. You're going to make a decision to go after that goal. And you're going to do whatever it takes to achieve that, to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Number four, are you a hard worker? Are you a person who works hard? Do you believe you work hard? The successful people, they do a lot and they still worry that they are lazy. But the unsuccessful ones, they do a very small thing and they expect very big results. Are you a hard worker? Are you this kind of person who thinks that, you know what, I do a lot and I don't get any result? Or are you kind of a person who keeps moving every single day? Do you push yourself to the limit? Push yourself to the limits. Do you have difficulty maintaining your focus and your goals and take more than a few months to complete? Do you have a difficulty in maintaining your focus? Focus on your goals. Do you take a lot of effort? Is it a difficulty in maintaining focus on your goals? if you have that difficulty in maintaining the focus on your goals, and it takes you a few months to complete them, then you need to develop grit. You need to develop this internal toughness. You need to set a goal and decide you're going to focus on that goal until you achieve it. And you're going to set different, strategies towards that goal, and you're going to have a plan towards the goal. Because if you don't have a plan towards the goal, there is no a possibility that you're going to achieve a goal. So when you set a goal, don't forget to set a plan. Set a goal and set a plan towards the goal. Okay? Do you finish whatever you begin? Because some of us are not taught to finish whatever you begin. And some of us were taught this when we were young ones. You start eating food and you tell your mom that, you are done and you can't finish, and she leaves you to do the same. But some of us were pushed to finish, even if we didn't want to finish. So do you finish whatever you begin? Whatever you begin, you should finish it. You should complete whatever you made. If you had said begin something, finish whatever you began. Does your interest change from year to year? Does your interest change from year to year? Today you're interested in this, other day you're interested in this, because of the shiny object syndrome. Do you develop the shiny object syndrome? Do you develop the shiny object syndrome? That today you are doing this and tomorrow somebody comes with a new thing and you're no longer there, and now you want to do whatever they are doing. If your interest changes from year to year, then you need to know who you are. You need to find something that's called identity. You need to identify yourself with something and stick to that thing until you become successful. Are you diligent? Diligence means you never give up. So you should be diligent enough. You should have that diligence. And the Bible says those who are diligent to their business, they're going to sit on the same table with kings. But those people who are not diligent, they're going to have a rough time. So be diligent and never give up. Have you been obsessed with a certain goal for a short time, but later lost interest? You're obsessed with this goal. You're obsessed with becoming a double star affiliate. Then after a few days or after a few time, when the years began, you set some goals, but it's already June and you've not achieved any of them, and you've already lost interest in all the goals that you wanted to achieve. No, don't lose the interest. Be obsessed with a certain goal and don't lose the obsession. In fact, don't lose the belief that you're going to achieve it. Okay? Do you rise above setbacks and conquer an important challenge? Rise above the setbacks and conquer every single challenge. You understand? So rise above the setbacks and conquer the challenges that are, because those challenges are given to you so that you can improve and you can become better. So the step one is there is no shame. The only way you can fire your grit, the step one you need to do is no shame. Don't have shame in doing the things. Don't have shame in becoming an novice. Don't have shame in beginning. Don't have shame in starting. Yes, some people don't want to be seen starting. Some people don't want to be seen when they are bad at doing something. You don't want to be seen when you're doing that presentation in a bad way. No, my friend, do it. Okay? There's no shame in beginning. There's no shame in becoming a beginner. There's no shame in starting something. There's no shame in looking bad. There's no shame in wearing an oversized suit when you're beginning, because that's where we all began. We could not afford very fitting suits, so we wore the ones that were there. So don't have any shame. And we did presentation, so there is no shame in that. So step one is no shame. Step two, it is what it is. It is what it is. Take it as it is. So stop trying to make it something different. Success is success, and the pay for success has to be that. So pay it. Stop trying to escape it. Pay it. Step three, find a new level. Ask yourself, what is this new level that I should unlock or I'm about to unlock? And the moment you find that new level, what happens to you? You can move towards that new level. You can start thinking of ways that you can move to that new level. So find a new level and find a way that you can move to that new level that is awaiting for you. and set a goal to move to that new level of a certain period of time. Step 4, don't blink on it. You see, the moment you doubt something, the moment you doubt your ability, that's exactly when you lose it. The moment you set a goal, then after some time you start doubting that you can achieve the goal, that is the time that you lose the goal. So whenever you set a goal, you can imagine you are throwing an arrow towards a certain target. And you look at the target, your eyes are on the target, and you pull your arrow, and after some time, you remove your eyes from the target and you doubt that you're not going to hit the target. When you finally release the arrow, you won't hit the target because you already doubted that you cannot hit the target. So don't blink on it. Don't blink on it. Step 5, go back to step 1. Can you remember what step 1 was? There's no shame. No shame. So step 5 is you go back to step 1 and redo the things that you wanted to do. Do the moment somebody is telling me in the chat box that hati sasa kama hatupati watu wa kuingiza kwa biashara. Let me advise you. There are 8 billion people in the planet. When Jajan came to the country, he revealed that the number of people who have joined the business from Kenya is 85,000. 85,000 people have joined the business from Kenya. This includes people who have joined with more accounts, people from other countries who are registered in Kenya, because you have other people from other countries who are registered in Kenya. So that means there are less than 85,000 Kenyans who have joined our business. And Nairobi itself has 5 million people. The population of our country is about 55 million. Assuming 10 million are not using the internet, they cannot access. They are living in Lodwar, Mandera, Ukondani. They're living in somewhere in the bush. 10 million. We're remaining with 45 million. Assuming 10 million are rich and are okay with their life. I mean, they're living in Runda, they're living in Kileleshwa, they're already comfortable. They're the ones who are driving these big cars. They're politicians, assuming they are 10 million. We're remaining with that 5 million. Assuming 5 million are not interested. 5 million are not interested. They don't like our business. We're remaining with that 1 million. Assuming 10 million are under the age of 18. They are babies, newborn, they are still schooling, they are in high school, those people. We're remaining with 20 million. 20 million. So you have 20 million. Assuming 5 million. 5 million are very, very poor. Very, 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 very poor. Like they are beggars. They're living in slums. They can't even afford a meal. So they can't afford the 42,000 or 29,800. So they're remaining with 15 million. What is 15 million minus 85,000? That is 14,920,000. 15,920,000. That is a population that you have within your palm. The only thing that will stop you from having someone to recruit in your business is that you don't present your business to enough people. Let me give you 5 different, not 5 different, let me give you 5 steps or 5 things to do for you to have people to join your team. Write them down. Number one, talk to enough people. Talk to enough people. That's number one. Number two, talk to enough people. Number three, talk to enough people. Number four, talk to enough people. And number five, talk to enough people. When I joined the business, they told me that the market is saturated, that everybody has already joined. It's not about the people outside there, it's about your mind. What happens within you? Your energy should affect what's happening outside. Not what is outside affecting what is inside you. The moment you change your mind, things change automatically. I'll give you another thing to do. Write number 1 to number 500. And within the next 90 days, I want you to present to those 500 people. When you present to one person, as a man, no, I'm not interested, cancel number 1. When you present to another person, akwambie you are a scammer, cancel number 2. When you present to another person, akwambie I'll join next month and they don't join, cancel number 3. Until number 500. After you're done with number 500 and you have not gotten anybody to join your business, come to me. Because I'm 100% sure you'll have enough people to have joined your business. Just do 500 presentations in the next 90 days. If you have that thing in your mind, the next question is, how do I get these 500 people? Then you start learning how to prospect. And by that, you keep learning until you get to the point that you want to. So be a hard worker and do whatever I've actually told you to do. Otherwise, thank you so much. I'm so honored that I was here to train you guys, to mentor you this morning on our Monday morning call. And my takeaway, I just want you to do this one thing. Have internal toughness. Learn to fight. Learn to fight the emotions, to fight the lack of discipline, because everything that happens on the outside should be affected by what is happening within you, within your brain, within your mind, within your own self. So go on and become successful. Otherwise, God bless you. I'm wishing you a very nice week ahead. I'm wishing you an amazing, prosperous month of June. You've already begun the month of June. I'm hoping that this month will be legendary to each and every one of you. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. And I want to give it back to my host. And you have a good day and have an amazing week ahead. Bye-bye.
Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to our mentor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to the powerful training. Personally, I've really learned a lot, and